So now we discuss the editorial navigation with permission. USS John Paul entered Indian EEZ, exclusive economic zone, nearly 130 nautical miles of Lakshadweep. Now the US stand is that US does not need to consult the India and does not require any consent. And India's stand is that consent is required if you have to pass through our EEZ. So there is a dilemma. How to solve these issues? Now we need to delve into various clauses and articles of the UNCLOS. The first is Article 58.58.1. This article says that all states, that is all countries, enjoy freedom of navigation, overflight, submarine cables, and these freedoms are referred in Article 87. Article 87 says freedom of navigation subject to conditions under UNCLOS. So Article 87 clearly says that freedom of navigation is subject to the condition under Article CLOS, and Article 58.1 says that all states enjoy the freedom, but it is subject under the UNCLOS of navigation and this. Now there is another article, Article 58.3. All states should give due regard to rights and duties of coastal states. And let's say if any country is passing by India, so India is a coastal state, then any country should give due regard to the rights and duties of India. And India has the right to make declarations with effect to this, and therefore coastal states has the right to make declaration. And all the states, that is the countries which are passing by India's EEZ, they have to comply with laws and regulations made by India. Comply with laws of India. In this respect, India has enacted a law. The name of India's law is India's Law Territorial Waters Continental Shelf Exclusive Economic Zone and other maritime zone of India Act 1976. India has enacted this act, and with respect to this act, it has given a declaration, 1995 declaration. that if you want to conduct any military exercise which involves the weapons, you have to take the consent of India. This was the declaration under India's law, and India's law is recognized according in the article 58(3), and this is the whole picture regarding the provisions of the UNCLOS and the legislative dilemma. Editorial: it's time to enact a SIRAS law. Professor Siras worked in Aligarh Muslim University. One day, the students caught him in the homosexual activity and he was given an offense. So, this is the background that Siras' name is associated with a professor who was implicated in homosexuality case. Now, there are three cases you have to remember for prelims also, for mains answer writing also. First, Naz Foundation versus Government of and City of Delhi. In this case, section 377 was decriminalized. Another case, Suresh Kumar Kaushal versus Naz Foundation. In this case, section 377 was reinstated by Supreme Court. This case was in Delhi court. Section 377 was reinstated. And third case is Navtej Singh Johar and others versus Union of India. It decriminalized section 377. This was the case in 2009, 2013, 2018. So the present situation is now that section 377 has been decriminalized, but the people who were convicted before it was decriminalized are still hanging in prisons. So therefore the author is saying that we should enact a serious law on the model of Alan Turing law. Alan Turing law is a law in UK enacted in 2017, which gives pardon ex post facto, that all those who were implicated are now free. So similarly, we should enact a serious law. Next editorial. Institutions, COG and the vital trust. Author explains that trust is necessary, as in case of financial markets, there should be a trust between debtor and creditor. Financial markets will grow only if they have the trust in debtor. That, let's say, if a bank has the trust who is taking the loan, then only financial markets can grow. Similarly, this happens also for governments and the quality of governance. If the people have the trust in government, then the quality of governance will increase. So therefore, in this regard, a survey was undertaken. India Human Development Survey. Two surveys on different time, 2002 and 2012. This is not 2002, this is 2005. So 2 surveys were undertaken and the question of trust was asked to the respondents. So overall, what was the picture? If we take into account the answers in 2012 survey, the trust in state governments have declined. It has declined. Overall, the trust in judiciary was high. And the trust in police was low. Now, if we take into account the trust with respect to category wise, like the general category has what kind of trust, scheduled caste has what kind of trust, OBCs had what kind of trust. So therefore, if we take this data from the 2005 survey, in the general category, this trust is with regard to the state governments. So in case of the trust on state governments, general category has low trust, while the OBCs have high trust and while the SCs have still higher trust. Why the SCs have still higher trust? Due to the factor of quota. Now, if we take into account the judiciary, trust in judiciary of all the categories were high, and trust in police was low from all the categories. So therefore, what is evident is that in spite of the backlogs of cases and pending cases, therefore trust in the judiciary remains high and the trust in state governments and police is low. Why the trust in state government is low? Because of non-inclusive policies. Why the trust in police is low? Because they encroach upon the rights of the individual. And why the trust in the judiciary is not still very high as compared to the percentages? Because they sometimes give the verdict which is not consistent with their philosophy. So what is the solution way forward? That more inclusive policies should be there, judiciary should give the verdict confirming to the rights, and police should not discriminate, encroach upon the rights of the individual. B1617 variant and the surge. This variant has 2 mutations in the virus spike protein. Spike protein is the protein through which it attaches itself to the human cell on the ACE2 receptor. So if there is a mutation on this spike protein, so it will not be good. These are the 2 mutations on the virus spike protein. This mutation is similar to the UK mutation and South African mutation. This mutation is similar to the Californian mutation. It is spreading in California. UK and South African mutation has the effect that it transmits easily, and California has the effect that it does not our immune system does not recognize easily. So combined effect of these two is not very good. It is not in our interest. The effect of this UK and South African mutation is that it transmits easily, and the effect of this Californian mutation is that the spike protein binds with the virus more robustly. So therefore this is a lethal combination.